as he gets ready to surrender in Georgia. Joining us now is political analyst Steve Adubato. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Steve, always good to be with you and Ashley.
All right, so let's talk about what we are about to see in about an hour and a half. The president turned himself in. Apparently, we're going to get a mugshot, the whole thing. How much do you expect to see the president turn around and capitalize on that in his pursuit of the GOP nomination?
Well, Steve, it's like, I don't know how many people remember the Seinfeld episode as a bizarro world, if you will. It's turned upside down. An indictment, a fourth criminal indictment, the potential mugshot an hour plus from now. Donald Trump may be the only person in the history of politics in this nation who is attempting to turn it into a positive. I got indicted for you, he said. I am a martyr, is what he's saying. I have never seen a situation, and didn't need to be in that debate. I wish he were in the debate last night, but he didn't have to be. I don't think he got hurt politically. Six, talk about bizarro world upside down. 6 of the 8 Republican presidential candidates said, if convicted, forget about indicted, if convicted, they would still support him for president. It is insane. I've never seen anything like this, and hopefully we'll never see anything like this again.
Yeah, I'm George Costanza. I'm bald, I'm unemployed, and I live at home. All right, yeah, let's talk about that debate a little bit further. I mean, it's difficult to look at the aftermath of the debate and think he made the wrong decision not taking part in it. He only seems to be strengthened by having nothing to do with it.
You know, do you remember all the way back in, I think it was 2015 or 16 when he was running the first time, and he said, I could shoot someone middle of Fifth Avenue, wouldn't lose any support. I thought, how could you say something so terrible, Donald Trump? He was right. I mean, this is as bad as that. I mean, plus, imagine the idea, fourth criminal indictment, allegedly trying to overturn the election. What did he say to the Secretary of State of Georgia? Can you just try to find me 11,780 votes? Wow. Just a couple more than you needed to win Georgia, which would have caused him to win the election? In no world have I ever seen anything like this, where an embarrassing indictment 4 times is turned around into a potential positive. I don't think these Republicans in this race right now can touch him. I don't think he needs to debate anytime soon. And when 6 of 8 of them say, Steve, they'll support him no matter what, I mean, where's the risk for Trump right now? At least in the Republican primary. The general election is another story.
Right. Well, absolutely right. He's got the GOP on lock clearly by any metric. But the larger picture, if he is to be the nominee in a one-on-one race, say with Biden, how do you see that shaping up? Because new polls show, despite how much he is loved by the GOP base, his numbers are much worse when you take it to the overall electorate.
Steve, let's assume that Donald Trump wins this Republican nomination. His greatest strength is Joe Biden. Joe Biden has got to be, by any reasonable standard, one of the weakest presidents in American history. And it's not because he's I think he's a bad person. When you watch him and he seems incapable of knowing where to turn. Someone says, Steve, why are you being nasty or mean to him? You're an ageist. It's not that he's 80. It's that the way Biden is at 80, he loses his place. He's not sure where he is. He says the wrong thing at the wrong place, the wrong time. What he did in Hawaii is unconscionable. He's joking with all those people who've lost their lives, others missing. Biden is a very weak candidate. In my opinion, the Democrats, frankly, ought to be ashamed that he's going to be the candidate, and they couldn't find someone else to replace him. Also, because the vice presidential candidate, or excuse me, the vice president, is a weak candidate. And it's one of the reasons why Biden's stuck with the Democrats, and the Democrats are stuck with him right now running again. That's a big favor, a big advantage for Trump. I still think Biden has the edge, but the more he's seen in public, the worse it is for the Dems.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of an election, no doubt about it. All right, Steve Adubato, we appreciate it as always. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure, Steve.